Hi and welcome to bexbugoutsurvivor. Today I have with me a pack we call the Crow. It used to be the old army training pack. So it's 25 litres including the side pockets, and there's not much to it, but it is hooded so you can get kit under there as well. 25 litres may not sound enough, but if you are a compact hiker, walker, night camper, perhaps you'll get away with this. And what I mean by that is you need the smaller, lighter weight kit rather than the military surplus kit. And here I have two examples, my hiking pack and the Crow. So why is this called the Crow? It's the old army training pack. You'd have to do phase 1, phase 2 with this, and then this is your pack. Then if you wanted to upgrade to a DPM, you could buy your own gear, so you'd have to get your own DPM Bergen, your own DPM webbing, your own DPM field pack. If you're in the army, you're going to know that you're going to be stuck with Crow kit until you get your own. And people who would refuse to upgrade to DPM out of their own money, they'd call them people Crows. And I haven't seen the Crow pack in a long time, and there's a few on eBay. This one was graded as grade 1, but there was a massive problem with it, and I don't think the seller saw what the problem was, so I'm going to show you what to check for if you get one of these and how to rectify it. But I have loaded this with all my lightweight camping equipment, safe in the knowledge that I have a durable fabric to look after lightweight kit. In here I have a bivvy setup with a down quilt and a lightweight thermal pad, and I think I've even got a basher in there, bivvy, a few bits and pieces. Once I get to a location like this, I can easily pitch up for the night, so I don't need a huge Bergen to carry 24 hours worth of kit. I wouldn't go over 25 litres in all honesty, but small kit and light kit equals expensive kit. But to a novice on a budget, you're going to have military surplus kit, which is bigger and heavier, so you're not going to be able to do the same here. But I'm going to show you my components. It's a 3-piece component system called IOU, which is I, in, something to get in, like a sleeping bag; O, on, something like a pad; and U, under, like a canopy, such as a basher, a tent, or a poncho. So IOU. And I also include IOU some food and the ability to cook it. Then you have a sundries kit, which is things like head torch, spare batteries for it, a wash kit. So not everything you're going to see here is featured, such as the first aid kit and wash kit and the knife and things, but I can show you the basics. This is my gallet, same literage as the Crow. This is great if you want to protect your gear, if you're going off trail. If you're on trail and you're not bushwhacking, something like this is just fine. But we are featuring the Crow pack. Let's have a look at it from the outside first. From the back, small casualty evacuation handle. Remember, it is a backpack and not a ruck, so there are no load lifters here on the shoulders. So bear in mind, if you don't see load lifters, you know you're lifting every single ounce onto your shoulders, so don't overload. But on the shoulders, a ladder and an adjustment slide there under my thumb. Comes to another adjuster slide here. It is quite reminiscent, the padding on the back of the Northern Ireland pack, with them V chevrons. It's a soft shell pack, so there's no frame in this, so make sure you have all your soft fabrics next to your back. You don't want your stove directly in there poking in your back, so just bear that in mind when you load it. On the side are 2 pockets and not detachable, but in here I've just got a little knee-in pad. This is for my personal purposes right now. A lot of people do put these in the pack. So how big are the pockets? Ample enough to fit a Nalgene water bottle, 1 litre, which is 32 ounce. It's almost an exacting size. So I'm going to say these pockets are 1 litre, with this being a 1 litre pocket, again 32 ounce. So that is the kind of size. Now I could put a cooking cup such as the 500ml Glacier with this, and that way I have a pot to cook with. On the other side I could put the stove and some food rations. Let's come to the very top here. It is hooded, which allows for extra storage at the top here. Don't waste the hooded section here. And on top of the hood is a small zip pocket, which will allow me access to my sundries, such as my toiletry kit, first aid, illumination, spare batteries, anything of that nature. 2 QR clips, very simple, and with them being military QR clips, I don't think they're Nexus. No, they're not Nexus. So yeah, the clips, I think I would personally replace them with better clips, but I mean, these have worked for years, still work. I open it up to reveal a small snow collar, make sure everything inside is in a waterproof bag. Now mine aren't, for the speed and convenience of filming. So it does have an opening here even after cinching up. Some packs do, some don't. That's as small as I can make that opening there, but it's on a cinch toddle there, which can be expanded, and I have my camping kit in here. Remember, this is not a loadout video. I'm only showing you the capacity and capability of this pack. I do have a very small bit of room in here for a jacket to put on and maybe a pair of socks for bed, but not much in the way of a change of clothes in this 25 litre pack. So I do carry a little weather shield for the pack, and you notice it is a very high visibility colour. Some of my walking is road walking prior to getting to a location like this or somewhere else where I can bed down for the night. I want to be seen by vehicles approaching from behind, and at night I actually put my head torch around the back of my pack also, and I just leave it on the red flasher. So whether it's night time, daytime, make sure you're seen when you're road walking. You can take that pack cover off if you want to be a little more concealed. And the components I have in here are for a bivvy camp. This is the lightweight sill tarp by DD. It is 3 by 2.8. It's around 400 and something grams. I wonder if it says 460 grams. It is quite compact on the palm of my hand there, as you can see. If I so chose, I could have something like this, which is a lightweight bivvy bag, and I don't compress everything, if I can help it, into a little ball shape like that. I like a big stuff sack that is very much oversized, and then that way it can be condensed that way flat, and the dimensions of that is exactly like the pack. So put that in, and when I put things on top, it condenses and compacts quite nicely. And this is a thermal bivvy. Now I haven't tried this for the night, but it is sort of a mylar on the inside, or a silver reflective, and then the nylon outer, untested. That is why it's in the pack, because this is going out with me in a few days time, and I'll spend the night with that, see what that's like. What else can I fit in here? I like my thermarest, and again you notice it's not been put into a cylinder shape stuff sack. I'll leave it flat again, and it forms a kind of a back rest there, a cushioning if you like, against some of my other components I have in there. I don't want anything sticking in my back. It's a soft shell pack. When it comes to the shelter, you can put whatever you like in. I haven't got round yet to getting myself a hyper light tent. I have got one, I just didn't like it. So far, this is a hooped bivvy, British Army Special Forces commando bivvy, and I've not seen one before like this, including the actual pegs and the poles there. I'm well under 900 grams with that. It is kind of a Gore-Tex with an insulating layer on the inside. Without the pegs and the pole, it's coming in at, I think, 700 grams, but as you can see, again, the dimensions of it are exactly the same as the pack. When I put it in, it goes in that way, like that, and then everything I put on top squashes everything underneath down. Alternatively, if I haven't got a lot of kit, I can put it vertical like that, and I am using the IOU system. I have my down sleeping bag. Now it's actually a top quilt. Let me just get this out. That's all it is a goose down top quilt, 900 grams. Yes, it could compact a little better if I put it in a bag with straps, but again, there's no need. That is the shape of my pack. I put it in, anything I put on top squashes it down. So let's just look at IOU. Something to sleep in, is definitely going to be this here, my down top quilt. IO on, which would definitely be a pad. So I'm only going to make this a 3-part component system. So I, in, on and under can be one of these 2 items here, the basher or the bivvy. Obviously that is a bit lighter and more compact. I may choose to prefer a bivvy, or even swap that out for a basher or a tarp like that to save a bit more weight, and I could forgo something like this in the summer. But like I said in the beginning, this is not a kit loadout video of the content of the pack nor the pack itself. I'm going to get a picture of this pack. I'm going to put in its dimensions. Now it is 25 litres, I know that much. So these are the dimensions and the weight of this pack. This pack cost around £25 including postage, and it was said to be new or in grade 1 condition, but it wasn't. It had a massive hole in, so I'm going to show you what to look out for if you get a Crow pack. At the very base of your pack, you're going to have double zippers. I put a cook set in here. It has a dividing layer. This dividing layer between the inner compartment here and the base, it was ripped to hell, so I had to jerry rig some very strong tape on both sides, and that was my fix, and it's been fine ever since. So do look out for that. So what I did was I undone the top of the snow collar and the base of the pack where you'd put your waterproofs or your stove set, whatever you want, and I looked inside, held it up to the light and looked, and I could see daylight straight through. Huge holes where the bottom of that panel had totally ripped away from the inner space of the chamber there, but a bit of very strong tape held that in place. Okay, let me just repack just 3 elements into this shelter, insulation and cook set, or the IOU. First of all, there's my sleep pad. I keep it very flat like that and lay that like a backboard to the pack, and that's gone in. You're not going to get away with this with military kit. This is more just for your poncho, your rain gear and such like. I'm totally changing the dynamic use of the pack for my own personal hobby. There is my insulation in the form of a goose down top quilt. This time I'm going to put everything in vertically because it's a 3-piece component system. I could choose now a bivvy system like that, or if I did want to go more compact, lightweight, I could just put a little basher in like that. And I do have a hell of a lot of room now in there to accommodate a jacket, a cook set, spare food. So how you pack is very much determined by the style of catering. With this style of pack, what I would be doing is just something such as a freeze-dried meal where I only need to boil some water and that is me done. But this time everything has been placed in an upright vertical plane rather than being packed stacked. So everything is stacked on the vertical plane. The pad, the top quilt, the bivvy, and tucked down the front is my rain canopy, and also a bivvy there. And I do have some room on top here for some freeze-dried meals. Again, sundries into the top hood here, a water bottle on the side and the cook set on the other perhaps. I'm not telling you where to put anything here in your pack, only I'm showing you its capabilities. It is not a toothed zip, it is a coiled zip, which I'm not overly happy with. If you don't like the clanking sound of these zips knocking together, there is a piece of cord. Obviously you could do that in green or black if you want to be a little more tactical, and then you need to cut these zip pulls off. It's up to you how you pack and what you put in. Obviously this is just a demonstration. There's no pocket under the hood. Now it is a hood and not a lid, so if I want extra clothing in the little bag, it goes under the hood, or I could put the clothing bag on the inside and the bivvy under the hood. You know, use your imagination, try things out, swap things about. But what a pack for 25 quid. Now this is great, like I said, for somebody who concentrates quite hard on getting the kit compact and lightweight, because it is a soft shell pack. I wouldn't put water in this pack like an Nalgene. I would probably just carry the water on a belt rig or on my shoulders or something like that, but I'm going to leave that up to you. There it is on my back there. Adjust that. No load lifters here, so what I've done is bumped the pack right up, so it's on my neck, and then tightened it. What I don't want is to loosen it all off, and then when I stand up it's on the nape of my back, my lower back, you know, it's resting on top of my bum cheeks. I don't kind of want that, because there's not a lot of weight. I can afford to have it very high up on the nape of my neck, and yes, over a period of time that muscle there will start hurting and back of my neck. But like I said, it's a patrol pack, it's not really designed for this. You're only meant to have your waterproofs in and your lunch, maybe a canopy to have your lunch under, and that's all it's ever been for, any patrol pack. But this is the pack that was for training, and now they're on the market and now they're mine, so I can put what the hell I want in mine. Now on the front it does have a mesh which is zippered, so don't put paper maps in there. You could actually put a waterproof jacket in there if that's where you want to put it. I'm going to leave it up to you what you put where. I'm not dictating to anyone what they put in the pack, unlike some other channels that you may have seen that dictate to you what you put in your pack and where, which may be helpful for a newbie. I find it kind of annoying. I don't like being dictated to, so I'm going to leave it up to you what you put in there. Remember, it is hooded. There you can see my hand underneath, so I'd say that gives me another 6 to 7 litres on top of the 25 to put something under that hood. Use that space. A lot of people have asked me, I have a hood and no matter how much I fill it and pull the straps, it never closes. It's not designed to. It's designed for you to put another bit of kit underneath that space. Your waterproofs, your basher, change of clothes, like I said, it's up to you what you put in your pack. I'm only showing you the pack itself. It's not a loadout video, okay guys? On the front it does have a trekking pole housing. Originally it would have been for basher poles, but obviously because I have my lightweight trekking kit in here and I want a bit of durability with the fabric from a lightweight kit, it's nice to have the loop on the bottom there where I can slide my trekking pole in and then clamp it all up there, and I can get 2 trekking poles into this space here. Not much more I can say about the Crow-Pack. For the Bex Bug Out Survivor channel, I'll give you an opinion. I love it, provided you don't overload it and you don't put a lot of weight in. Water weighs a lot, but as you can see, minimal kit there for me. I'm out for the night and I don't have to worry about ripping or damaging my kit on the inside if I'm bushwhacking. If I'm not bushwhacking and I've got a good trail, those identical kit go into a hiking pack like that, and I'm not worried about ripping the fabric of my hiking pack. Same components, this time for bushwhacking where there isn't a trail. I just want to protect the components on the inside. I go to my Crow-Pack like that. Plenty of these flooding the market, especially eBay. Obviously you're not going to find them under Crow-Pack. I haven't found an NSN Crowfoot anywhere. Not to say there isn't, I just haven't found it, so I can't give you any information on that. But what I will do is put you a link to these packs in the description box if you're serious about getting one. And it's only going to suit you as a day pack, or for someone who is a hyperlightist or has got very compact kit or a different mentality, or just somebody who wants to use it as a day pack. As a day pack, it'll fit a laptop in and your rain jacket quite nicely if you want to use this for work. And thanks for joining me. Happy trails.